Viva la raza! Sergio Perez sticks it on pole position, guys. A 128.2. No one's seen him coming, the dark horse. He was the fourth man to date.
In fairness, going into Q3, you asked me who should I put my money on, and I said Sergio Perez.
Yeah, but it was all bants, right? It was all bants. But I'll tell you one thing that wasn't bants, because we'll kick off the Q1. But it wasn't bants for him, but it was bants for us. Lewis Hamilton out.
I was loving life. Didn't think I could love F1 any more than seeing Lewis Hamilton get knocked out of Q1. He had one more lap left. He had one more extra lap of fuel in the tank. He went on old tyres. He was improving. We all thought, fuck, Hamilton's going to do it. Lance Stroll was like, no, he's not. Lance Stroll improved on his time. And no sooner than Hamilton crossed the line to move into 15th, Lance Stroll sent him straight back down into 16th like 2 seconds later.
Absolutely phenomenal. Hamilton greeting over the radio. At one point, he was like, are we safe? And he was in the drop zone. No, you're not safe, big man.
Are we safe? No, Hamilton, I don't think you're safe.
Are we, fuck? So that was Q1. Pretty entertaining Q1, because
Yuki Tsunoda had to retire.
Well, Latifi also hit the wall, but no one cared.
No, the big wall hitter happened in the next session.
And that was Mick Schumacher absolutely levers it into the wall. I mean, it was a big enough crash, but I think they were making a big deal out of this.
Yeah, I know, he didn't look seriously hurt.
It wasn't like Grosjean.
This took a lot of time for the race to restart, or for the qualifying to restart. So maybe that he did actually have some injuries, I don't know. Apparently he's been airlifted to hospital.
Pictures of him alright, so I mean...
But I think he walked onto the helicopter, didn't he? So... I mean, how bad can it be?
If you can walk onto the helicopter, you're doing no bad. But in Q2, we saw Russell scrape through, Norris very close to him, so both McLarens dropping out. Ganhujo, Haas, Schumacher, because obviously he's dead. Well, not dead, but you get what I mean. And then we had Lance Stroll. But as you can see, there's a pattern here. Mercedes power cars are pish. Only one makes it through. It is the normal Mercedes, the top dog Mercedes, not the customer cars. And yeah, it seems to be a fundamental issue here with Mercedes power cars.
But it's nice because Mercedes had it their own way for far too long, and now... I remember when Honda were the pish engine and the McLaren was a laughingstock. GP2.
Yeah, I'd definitely say I'd say it's Honda, Ferrari. Well, no, it's not Honda anymore, it's Red Bull. But we'll go Red Bull, Ferrari, Renault, and Mercedes. It's kind of hard to judge Alpine because they're the only car with that engine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't.
I mean, for all we know, the Renault engine could be the best, and it could be the worst. Until you really stick it in another car, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, Alpine have said they've went with a more strategy. They don't care about reliability. They just want outright power. Kind of yet to see that, but I mean, they did no bad today. But we can't particularly mark it. But we're in the Q3, right? We had only 3 teams with 2 cars each. We had Red Bull, Ferrari, Alpine. They were marking it about Alpine here, but at the end of the day, was it that good?
I wouldn't say that makes them faster than the other teams, just because Alpine have a better driver pairing than Haas and Alpha, and for me that's what's getting 2 cars into, the top 10.
Yeah, I'd say outright Alpha and Haas are quicker than Alpine.
I'd probably go with that as well. So,
because I would say Alpine were worse at Bahrain than they are here, but the other 2 teams look very similar to what they are. If you know what I mean. So maybe the Alpine will be a car that you'll use. Who knows? But it looks like Ferrari power cars are going to be good at most circuits.
I would like the Alpine car to yo-yo right to the top of the charts, but unfortunately that's not happening. Because top of the charts was Sergio Perez.
Yep.
The Mexican.
It looked like it was going to be Sainz.
Who speaks Spanish.
Exactly. And then Leclerc pipped Sainz, and you're thinking, right, Max is going to step up here. Max doesn't step up. He gets P4 and out, and they will.
All of a sudden, you can see Perez has just set a purple second sector.
Arriba.
And he had to, because he was quite a long way behind Leclerc after sector 1. So he did have to put that purple sector 2 in. And then I believe he also did a purple sector 3. Or was it, just a green personal best?
Purple sector 3, because they were saying that was how it was like 3 times quicker than everyone else, and that's basically what got in the lap.
Yeah, so I mean, overall, great stuff for Sergio Perez. Well deserved. The longest driver to get pole. So he had the longest wait, I think 213 races.
15.
215, which is a lot more than the second longest, which I believe was Mark Webber on 130.
But if you do the math, I get that, but I mean, apart from last year, Perez has not had a car that should be anywhere near fucking pole position.
True.
You know what I mean? So I think it's kind of an unfair way to look at it.
Yeah, but the way they'll see it is, if you're good enough to be in a race-winning car,
You'll get it.
you'll get it before your 200 and odd race, you know. But, you know, some people are just don't have much luck. I mean, look at Alonso, for example, right? What if Alonso didn't win those 2 titles at Renault?
I know.
Even be a world champion. That's fucking sick. And Alonso won them when he was young. He became the youngest world champion. And it just goes to show you that, I mean, if we got Alonso, I mean, he's a guy that's more or less spent his entire career without the top car. So,
Very
anyway.
easily done, but it sets up an interesting grid as it is. We've got Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen, Ocon, Russell, Alonso, Bottas, Gasly, Magnussen, Norris, Ricciardo, Schumacher, Stroll, Hamilton, Albon, Hulkenberg, Latifi, and Shinoda. Hamilton will probably start through the pit lane. Thoughts on Hamilton? How far can he go?
I think he'll struggle to get points.
Yeah, I feel like obviously Mercedes are the best Mercedes-powered car, but even then, like, it's going to be a struggle to get through every car. I don't think they're. I mean, unless they fix. I mean, even if his car's on par with Russell, I don't think he's going to beat the likes of Magnussen, Bottas, Gasly, and the Alpines. It'll just be too far behind.
Safety cars could come into it, like, you know, if get a safety car at the right time, it could bring them right into play. But if this was just a race that, you know, if we were going to get like a fully, you know, flowing race, I don't think Lewis would make the points, but considering any sort of mistake here will probably likely lead to a safety car.
Well, put it this way, guys. I think all the points that Red Bull lost, the Mercedes, I know they're not really in fight.
Yeah.
I know we're kind of expecting Mercedes to just pull a second out of nowhere, but I mean, I think it'll be that gap will be.
I think Red Bull could leave this circuit ahead of Mercedes in the constructors. I wouldn't.
Well, we've got to do is match it 3rd and 4th, and I feel like they shouldn't really be finishing any lower than 4th, and therefore, and Perez is on top. So, what's it going to be, big man? But
predictions for the Mora.
Oh, fuck. Charles Leclerc to make it 2 in a row, Perez 2nd, Max 3rd, Sainz 4th, and best of the rest, I'll go with George Russell.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Perez to hold on and get the win. You know what? I'm going to go with the same order we've got. I'm going to go with the same top 4.
All right.
And in 5th,
I wouldn't be surprised if the top
Alonso.
4 take each other out and fucking Russell gets Mercedes a job or win, but at the same time,
I don't think that's happening.
No. Okie dokie.
I'd be interested to see what happens at Red Bull if Perez can stay in the lead and Max gets into 2nd.
Nah, they wouldn't do anything.
Would they not? No.
No, they would maybe give Max a favourable strategy, but they would never let him overtake him.
Would it be a hold position, or would it be Max is faster than you, or would it be you're allowed to race?
Yeah, they're allowed to race, yeah.
You think so?
Yes.
Right. We'll see tomorrow, I
There's more
guess.
chance of them let them race and hold positions, like, fuck.
We'll see tomorrow.
Well, on that note, that'll do it for the Saudi qualifying. Nobody get beheaded.
Multi-21, sir.
Nobody get blew up. Just apart from Marks.
Yeah, Hamilton's title
hopes.
hopes, I think, have been blown up.
11-2. That's how you fucking waste money, man.
They're in flames, just like that big oil rig. But anyway, that's it. Till next time. Peace.